Joining us now, brought over in March in a trade and is a piece I think a lot of people, including myself, incredibly excited about seeing as a part of this Colts defense. He is Yannick Ngakoue with us again via the Andy Moore Automotive Group hotline. Yannick, thank you for the time. How are you?
I'm doing good, John. Just got done literally just doing a practice. Guys got better today on all three stages: special teams, defense, and offense. So just blessed and thankful to be here. Were
you running some wind sprints at the end of practice there too?
Yeah, we definitely did some gashers. 5, 10, 15 yards of finishing through the goal line. So that's why I'm breathing a little heavy right now.
That's all right. It's Yannick Ngakoue with us. I want to go back to March when that deal was made. Was that at all, not the moment it was made and reported, but was it at all a surprise when you heard that the Colts had interest in you?
Yeah, absolutely. I thought I was going to be in Vegas for the long haul, but God does everything for a reason, and I'm just, thankful to be able to be reconnected with Gus Bradley and just, being able to play with guys like DeForest, play with guys like Stewart, guys like that, and Darius and Quiddy. So, I'm just honored to be here and just want to pick up the torch and continue that defensive end legacy here.
I am, yes. We'll get to that in just a second, too. There is no doubt. One of the reasons I'm excited about this is because of the legacy in which you speak. But I'm curious, your connection with Gus Bradley obviously goes back to Jacksonville. What do you guys have between you where you've been together on now 3 different stops?
Yeah, I just understand his philosophy. I understand what needs to be done at the Leo position, and I understand that I need to be a servant leader and give this information and knowledge out to the younger guys, especially at my position. So, it's all about who you know. Not even just in football. And Gus, we know each other very well, and that's how that thing came about together.
Has anybody in the NFL had more of an impact on you as a player than Gus Bradley?
I would say numerous guys, not just coaches, but, guys like Bruce Smith, who I speak to sometimes, and guys like Howie Long, who mentored me at my stint in Las Vegas. So, guys like that have made a huge impact in my life, and those guys are where I want to be when I'm done playing this game.
He is Yannick Ngakoue on the Andy Moore Automotive Group hotline. All right, talk a little bit about Bruce Smith and then Howie Long as well, because it's always great to get that input, to get that advice from the greatest guys that ever played, especially defensively here. What do they tell you? What type of advice do they give you?
Yeah, absolutely. They just tell me, about the preparation. Preparation is what leads to excellent performances on Sundays. So, those guys always tell me about how they showed me how to break down tape, just how to take care of your body, off the field, and just making smart decisions and, always keeping God first. So those guys have, allowed me to be able to grow as a man and as a player.
Incredibly athletic dude. So you come out of Maryland, you land in Jacksonville. How much awareness did you have on the advice they're giving you now about breaking down tape and be, the most prepared you can be? How much of that did you have when you first in your rookie season landed in Jacksonville?
I definitely think I'm far along, way far along than when I started at as a rookie. Just a little more nuances that I picked up and film study tips. So I've definitely grown a lot, and just knowing certain formations and knowing certain tendencies of our offense can allow you to make plays even faster. How much tape do you watch every week in preparation? Man, it just all depends. I try to get a lot of film study in, a lot of it, and sometimes I have a day where I pick out just watching the player and watching the man that I'm facing. And certain days I'll pick out just formations. What does this offense like to run in 21 personnel? What do they like to run in 11 personnel? And that can just allow you to have certain indicators when you play on Sunday.
So Yannick Ngakoue is with us. I mentioned a little bit earlier, I was really excited of all the moves the Colts made this offseason, and I've talked about it various times on this show. Your move from the Raiders to here was the one that I liked the most because this team, as you mentioned, had been without a consistent, a significant edge rusher since one of those cornerstones that you brought up a little bit earlier in Robert Mathis. And yeah, you look at Robert Mathis, you look at Dwight Freeney back in the day, that's when this defense played at its best. And I'm assuming that it's been a long time, you adding to this defense what everybody hopes you can coming up this season.
Absolutely. Those guys paved the way. Rob, Dwight, these guys, they were playing at a high level for a very long time, and they played all the way to their late 30s. Those are guys that love the game, that played it with a passion each and every down, and guys that were not as big, especially Rob. He wasn't the biggest defensive end, but you felt his presence each and every snap, and that's what I intend on bringing here in Indianapolis.
It's Yannick Ngakoue is with us. So 3 of the 5 times you've met up with Gus Bradley here, I did want to ask you this. Has there ever been any frustration with being so good, so productive, and then moving around so young in your career as much as you have?
Yeah, it's all right. You know what I mean? If I could have went back in time, not if I could have went back in time, but, if things were, the perfect situation, for both sides, I would have still been the Jaguar. But, God does everything for a reason, and I'm still young and I'm at my prime. And I have a lot of football to give to this organization that I'm currently at right now.
Yeah, can't wait to see that. Yeah, for sure. It's just here's the other thing I noticed, and I love that you're doing this here. You have absolutely embraced with open arms Indianapolis and the community. How important has that been with that transition from Vegas to here to get here and try to open up for the fans here in Indianapolis?
Oh, it's been great. The fans, the huge hospitality is just wonderful. They love their football. They love their basketball as well, and they love their coach. So I'm just so excited to be able to bring happiness to the city by playing my heart out and trying to definitely bring wins to Lucas Oil.
Now, did you surprise some folks when you showed up in the backyard over the weekend?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, had to just stop by. Show my face. It's bigger than football. At the end of the day, it's about making impact in people's lives outside of just making plays.
Does this feel at all different than your other stops so far, at least being here in Indy?
Oh yeah, absolutely. It feels like it was divine timing. It was definitely time for me, to find a home, and this is home for me. I'm just grateful to be here. Absolutely.
What do you think this defense to you is going to look like? I just think, again, you're a missing piece that has not been around here since Robert Mathis. What do you think you and this defense can do this season under Gus Bradley and his tutelage?
Yeah, I think we definitely can have a lot of turnovers, a lot of sacks, and, just a lot of finishing drives where we win the game. We finish the game and we pull it out as a defense in the last 2-minute drill. So, just hoping to bring, a lot of intensity and just seeing a lot of guys fly around on film.
I have said this. Listen, I think you got to set the bar high with the group, especially up front that you're along with here. You mentioned DeForest Buckner and Grover Stewart, and you got a couple young guys and Quiddy Pay, and then Dio hopefully getting some opportunities too. I think this defensive line should, at the end of it all, be a top 5 defensive line in the NFL this year. Is that among the expectations you have as a defensive player?
Absolutely. I want to definitely be top 3, and I want to lead the way for it.
I should say top 3 if you want. Does that sound better? That sounds better, doesn't it? Sorry about that. I didn't mean to shortchange it, but no, seriously, you look along that defensive line, Yannick, and you see how much talent there is, and I feel comfortable in suggesting you guys should be that good.
Absolutely.
So Yannick Ngakoue, he is on the Andy Moore Automotive Group hotline. So what else you plan on doing? You've done some stuff for teachers. You're doing the backyard thing with fans around here. What else is on your mind about things you want to do with social media and try to work your way and meet some fans here?
Yeah, man. I just want to continue to extend my hand out to the teachers. We still haven't reached our goal yet. The goal is to get to 91 teachers. We've helped out 31 teachers so far. So, that's number 1. And then number 2, continuing to share my time with kids that come from similar backgrounds as myself. The 28th of this month, we would definitely bring some kids out to a baseball game, and there's more details on that, but I just wanted to bring those kids out to allow them to have a great time. How
much of your background has obviously defined you to the person that you are right now?
Everything, from the start, before I even picked up a helmet to play football, just being raised by a strong, hardworking woman, my mother, and just enduring certain elements in my environment growing up. It instilled discipline in me, it instilled confidence in me, and it just allowed me to be grateful in the moment each and every day.
So Yannick Ngakoue with us. So I also, the people I work with the most is Teachers Treasures. I don't know if you've heard of them around here, but the teachers have to, people tend to forget about this. In preparation for the school year or really a school day, they end up buying a lot of supplies and use their own dollar to buy those supplies, and Teachers Treasures helps out to help them out with that particular part of just being a teacher in general. And Teachers Treasures, if you ever look into that is a great one around here that I know so many of our educators love, and that's the one I've been firmly behind for a number of years now.
Could you shoot me some more information on that?
You want me to send it to you via Twitter?
Please.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, Margaret Sheehan, and I know you won't remember this now because you just got through running, but Margaret Sheehan is the lady's name. Awesome in what she does, and she helps so many educators. My mom was an educator, my wife was an educator, and I'm big on that. And she helps so many around here because it's so expensive, and a lot of that money comes out of their pocket, and they do a great job at Teachers Treasure. So yeah, I'll hit you up on Twitter here in just a bit, and maybe we'll get together and we'll work together on something and see if we can help out some folks around here.
Appreciate you.
Hey, man, you have been a breath of fresh air in the market so far. Go get it this season, and we'll catch back up in either the Teachers Treasures capacity or just game-wise talking up this season, man. I appreciate you.
Absolutely. Yes, sir. Appreciate you.
It's Yannick Ngakoue right there on the Andy Moore Automotive Group hotline.